Have you ever felt different from everyone else? Not better, just wired differently. Maybe you think too deeply, notice things others miss, or struggle to fit in. What if that's not a flaw, but a sign of genius? Here are 10 psychological signs you might be a hidden genius, even if no one's ever told you. Number 10. You overthink everything. Overthinking is one of the most misunderstood traits of intelligent people. Most think it's a weakness, but psychologists at King's College London found it's often linked to higher verbal intelligence and analytical depth. Your brain doesn't stop after one answer. It keeps running simulations, asking what if, why, and how. You replay conversations, analyze people's tone, and even your own emotions. While it can lead to anxiety, it's also what makes you creative and strategic. Einstein once said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's that I stay with problems longer." That's exactly what an overthinker does. They stay in the question until the truth emerges. So if your mind never stops, maybe it's not noise, maybe it's brilliance trying to find its shape. Number 9. You get bored easily. Routine kills your spark. You get restless doing repetitive tasks, and you crave something that challenges your mind. A study by psychologists at Florida Gulf Coast University found that people who score higher in cognitive ability also report higher boredom rates, because their brains need more novelty to stay engaged. This doesn't mean you're lazy. It means your brain wants to explore, to build, imagine, and connect new dots. That's why geniuses like Leonardo da Vinci started hundreds of projects but finished few. They were driven by curiosity, not completion. So next time someone calls you easily distracted, remember, curiosity is the first symptom of genius. Number 8. You're socially detached. You might not love parties or big crowds. You probably feel drained after small talk. But when it comes to meaningful connection, you go deep. Geniuses often experience asynchronous development, meaning their intellectual maturity grows faster than their social comfort. You might seem introverted or detached, but your emotional radar is sharp. You notice patterns in people's speech, behavior, and even silence. That's why conversations about the weather feel empty to you. You crave something real. And while others talk, you observe. You decode. You understand. Number 7. You have unusual sleep patterns. Can't sleep at night because your mind won't stop racing? Welcome to the club of restless thinkers. A Harvard study found that night owls often display higher cognitive complexity, meaning they're more likely to stay awake exploring ideas when others are asleep. It's not insomnia, it's inspiration. Famous night thinkers like Nikola Tesla, Charles Darwin, and Franz Kafka all reported sleepless nights filled with ideas. Your mind doesn't rest because it's too busy creating. So if your best thoughts come at 2 a.m., don't fight it. That's your inner genius at work. Number 6. You constantly doubt yourself. Strange, isn't it? The smarter you are, the more you question yourself. The Dunning-Kruger effect explains this perfectly. People with limited ability often overestimate their competence, while truly intelligent people underestimate theirs because they understand how complex things really are. You think, maybe I'm not that smart. Maybe I'm missing something. But that humility, that awareness of what you don't know, is a mark of deep intelligence. Confidence may be loud, but wisdom is quiet. Number 5. You talk to yourself. Ever catch yourself having full conversations in your head, or even out loud? It's not weird. It's science. Psychologists at the University of Wisconsin discovered that people who talk to themselves perform better at problem solving and memory recall than those who don't. It's called self-directed speech, a mental technique that geniuses use subconsciously to structure thought and regulate focus. Einstein admitted he thought in words, whispering his theories as he built them in his head. So, next time you're caught talking to yourself, don't apologize. You're not crazy. You're processing genius. Number 4. You see patterns everywhere. You notice connections most people don't, between events, behaviors, symbols, or even emotions. It's called pattern recognition, and it's one of the strongest markers of high intelligence. Pattern thinkers are behind nearly every major innovation, from art and science to philosophy. You might notice coincidences that feel meaningful or predict outcomes based on tiny cues. That's your subconscious brain, mapping data faster than your conscious one can keep up. It's like seeing the code behind the world, and once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. Number 3. You feel everything, intensely. Emotionally sensitive people are often written off as too much. But emotional intensity isn't weakness, it's sensitivity turned into perception. Psychologists call this emotional overexcitability, the tendency of gifted individuals to experience life more deeply. You feel beauty, pain, and meaning with equal power. You cry easily, love deeply, and break quietly. It can be exhausting, but it's also what fuels empathy, creativity, and art. It's why geniuses create, not for praise, but to release what they feel too strongly to hold. Number 2. You think in concepts, not steps. Linear thinkers follow paths. You create them. You might struggle with step-by-step tasks, but thrive in abstract thought, because your brain connects ideas holistically. You think in systems, not sequences. This is known as lateral thinking, the same kind of intelligence that led Steve Jobs to merge design, technology, and emotion into one. You're not distracted, you're divergent. Your brain just refuses to color inside the lines. Number 1. You never feel normal. You've felt it since childhood, the quiet distance between you and others. You think differently, feel differently. Sometimes, you even wish you could shut it off. But genius doesn't always mean inventions or fame. Sometimes, it's the silent understanding that the world is far more complicated than people realize. You carry depth, and that depth can be lonely. But remember, isolation isn't failure. It's often the birthplace of brilliance.